Hi guys, Spencer $3 here. Welcome back. We're doing another card spotlight. It's the Prince and the Dark Prince. We're doing them both at the same time. Since most people use them at the same time, and they're very similar. So you can unlock the Prince at the very beginning and the Dark Prince at the Royal Arena. Now the Dark Prince, apart from, of course, the Prince, doesn't really have many troops you could call his friends. Apart from maybe the Giant P.E.K.K.A. Frustration factor is only 4 out of 10. It's generally quite easy, unless you've got no Elixir to defend against either the Prince or the Dark Prince. The easiest way, if somebody's going to be silly enough to just send a Prince on its own, you can easily defend that with any spammy troops, goblins, or even the super cheap Larrys. He gets distracted, flailing his lance all over the place, doesn't make it anywhere near your tower. Pretty damn useless! So the Dark Prince, you can defend it with the Barbarians, but of course the Dark Prince, he does splash damage, and he will take out most of your Barbarians, obviously depending on the levels, so you're not going to be on for any kind of a counter-attack. Best to send both Princes at once. Now here's a great way to absolutely stomp somebody. Instead of losing your Barbs, you can send Barbarians with your Dark Prince, and when somebody defends with Barbarians, his splash will take them out, and you're still on for another push with your Barbarians and your Dark Prince, and a Rage Spell. Watch how quickly this tower goes down. Just a couple of seconds, tower's gone, defender is flabbergasted that he's already been absolutely pummeled. So if you're going to send a Prince without a Dark Prince, you really need to follow it with some kind of splash. Any splash will do, a Witch, a Bomber, or a Wizard. And if you're defending against this, unfortunately you have very little option but to wait till the splash troop targets either the tower or some other defense before you drop your spammy troops. Not a lot else you can do about that. But a better way, you're going to use the double push. That means using a Dark Prince and a Prince at the same time. If you juggle them first, it gives them twice as many hit points. Doesn't really? Just kidding. I've no idea why people do that. Here they go with the double push. And unfortunately, our defender here had nothing ready. He's trying to use the minions, but he's a little bit late. Tower went down in seconds. So if you're at the very beginning of a battle and somebody drops something very expensive and you know they're Elixir starved, you can send a Prince with anything that goes with him and you can take down the tower. But be very careful. You might wonder why our friend here, AJD, didn't even bother trying to defend this. He went on to 3 crown within about the next 20 seconds on his left-hand side push. Now a minion horde will stop a Prince if you place it early enough, so if you're going to send a Prince, best have your arrows ready. That was way too late. Need to be quicker than that, my friend. The minions will also stop a Dark Prince. Watch how quickly this Dark Prince gets absolutely wiped out by a minion horde, and if you are going to fire your arrows, make sure you actually hit the minion horde. You don't want somebody coming at you with a counterattack. Now if you're going to try and defend both Princes pushing at you using the minion horde, always expect the person's going to have arrows and have something else ready to drop down in their place. This works out pretty well. Minion horde takes enough damage off the Dark Prince so that when you drop the Barbs, they can take him out and they'll deal with the second Prince. Pretty easy defense there, no problem. But always be ready for those arrows. Now, a great way to defend against the Dark Prince if he's coming on his own, of course. Let's just watch these two ladies battling it out. Whoops, dead. A Valkyrie is actually pretty good against a Dark Prince on his own. Watch this Valk take on this Prince. Prince is going to be annihilated, and the Valk is going to be ready to push on. You can go on for a counter-attack. Now, if you're going to be defending with Barbs against a double push, then you are going to need some extra troops. Otherwise, you're going to lose your Barbs. So any troops make all the difference. Something cheap, 1 Elixir for the Larrys, drop in the Larrys behind, you can get the Prince. That makes all the difference. Without those troops, then that push would have continued. You would have lost your Barbs, maybe even your tower. Now, a Witch is a great way to defend against a Prince. It's not the best way to defend against a Hog, but watch if you put your Witch behind a tower, how this Witch takes care of first the Hog, then distracts the Prince who's busy trying to deal with the Larrys. Prince doesn't even get a single hit off on this tower, and then she's still ready to defend against the Dragon. Now, if you're going to be backing up your Prince attack with a spell, try not to get too cocky. A zap is perfectly fine, but don't drop it before your opponent drops the troops. Otherwise, you look like a moron and get very angry. Now, if you're trying to defend against a golem, a prince is a fairly okay way to prod a golem in half, but it does take a long time. There are plenty of better ways to do this, but at least you're reasonably resistant against poison. A lot of people using poison with their golems at the moment, but it does take a long time to get rid of that golem. But the prince can be used to defend against a wizard as well, various other troops. But watch what happens when you combine your prince with a golem. This is the most OP prince in the entire world. So with this golem tanking for him, first of all, he takes on the giant P.E.K.K.A. Giant P.E.K.K.A.'s busy with the golem. He wipes out the giant P.E.K.K.A. Then he moves on to his next victim, which is the wizard. Kills that in 1 second. Then he goes and pokes the princess in the face. Kills another ice wizard. Then he reaches the tower, takes down the tower, and he's still not done. He's going to go and kill a princess before he quite makes it to the king tower. Tanking with a golem, pretty OP if you're using the prince. Now, if you're going to defend against the prince, any building will do. Prince costs 5 elixir, so any of your buildings is perfectly fine. It's a reasonable trade, and most of them will make sure that he never makes it anywhere near to either of your towers. If you want to keep your tower, you can, of course, use an inferno and drop pretty much anything in front of it. A giant is a good option, so that while the prince is getting busy trying to destroy the giant, inferno takes him down, and you can still be on for a counterattack rather than losing your defensive building. Now, as we saw in an earlier spotlight, Tombstone is good against a hog, but it's even better against the prince because the prince will start attacking the Larrys once a tombstone explodes. So you can put your tombstone in the middle rather than having to put it in front of your tower. And if you're going to back up your prince with a princess to get rid of any spammy troops, you want to make sure that your princess doesn't target a tower first. You need to wait, keep her far enough behind so that she will target any spammy troops if the person actually bothers defending, rather than fighting the tower and not defending your prince. Right, guys, those are the basics for the Prince and the Dark Prince. I've made a deck which I think not only includes the princes for attacking, but I can defend against princes if somebody wants to use them against me. So this should be pretty interesting. Now, people like to push with a prince followed by something splashy like a wizard, but I've included a witch because this means I can also defend against a prince, and wizards are absolute horse crap at defending against the prince. Okay, what are we doing here? He's already dropping. What? He's mirroring elixir pumps on me. I don't really have anything ranged. I brought no ranged weapons apart from my arrows. So I'm going to go with a Valk and a Dark Prince. See if we can get as far as this town. Now, my Dark Prince is only level 1, so he's not exactly the most powerful dude in the world. But my Valk got all the way to his tower, so we're kind of winning already. Right, let's see. What's he going to do next? Oh, we're up against it. How lucky is this? We're going to see princes. Sending his Dark Prince at me. Now, I'm caught in two minds here. I should have dropped that minion horde earlier. I was kind of hoping that he failed and dropped his arrow. Oh, there's the arrows. I was trying to convince him to send his arrows first before the minion horde. That was a bit of a screw up by me. We're now losing. Right, Witch and Prince is a pretty decent push. So if he tries to send a prince back at me, he'll lose that. There we go. Got rid of those goblins. I've got onto his tower. What killed my witch? What on earth killed her then? I thought everything had targeted my prince, but we've got him. Right-hand tower down. Even though he's got 3 elixir pumps out. What is he doing? This guy's insane. Oh, here he comes. He's sending a Dark Prince. Okay, so we saw earlier Valk's pretty good against the Dark Prince, so let's get the Valk out. Get my very cheap Larrys behind for the other prince. Oh, he's mirrored the princes. He's sending 2 princes at me now. Wow, okay, well, that's not the best combo in the world. I think my witch can deal with 2 princes all by herself. Well, pretty much. As she defended, yeah, those princes were useless. Minion horde for the win. Nowhere near my tower. Great. Let's go on a counterattack. Right, what do we got ready? I'm kind of short on elixir here, but I'm going to... Do you know what? I'm going to return fire with 2 princes. I'm going to send my Dark Prince and my normal Prince. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's sending 2 princes as well. Okay, I better wait for my attack. Don't want to do a like-for-like trade. Get my Valk in again. Pretty decent defense. Fireball doesn't take down my Valk, so that's pretty decent. And now that I got my Witch out, his Prince is screwed. That's the worst Fireball I think I've ever seen. Completely missed my Witch. Now I think I can push on with my 2 princes. Here we go. Let's see if we can get his King Tower. Try and surround. Come on, I've got a witch backing this up, so this should be pretty decent. Not sure that he's got anything to stop me. Oh, he's got a level 3 Dark Prince. Mine's pretty useless. Mine's level 1, but I'm going to get his elixir pump. Oh, he's mirroring a Dark Prince. This guy's insane. Minion Horde, I know his arrows are ready. We didn't change the timing on those, so I don't think we're going to get his King Tower. How long we got left? 10 seconds. You've got no chance, my friend. Defends with the Witch. I love defending with the Witch. She's my favourite defence in the world, I think, because of the Dollars account. There we go. That was it. Pretty easy. Only got the 1 crown, but that was Prince v Prince, so I think we got to see all the stuff we wanted to see. That was pretty interesting. I might use that deck a little bit more. Should be able to defend and attack simultaneously. Let me know if you use that deck. Let me know how you guys get on. But thank you guys for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what deck you use with your princes. And maybe I can put them in another video. I'll be doing some more of these troop spotlights. So if you also have a great deck which includes one of the other troops, feel free to let me know. You can tweet me at Spencer23. I'll be back a little bit later. We're playing some new games. But until then, you guys take care. Send everyone